And today we're playing Goblins versus Punishing Jund. Now, I changed my list a little bit from the last time. I've been, on the source with you guys, working on this list. He mulled to 5, I believe, by the way. And so a lot of people are going into the Instigators. So I have 3 of those bitches in the deck now. 3 of them. And a lot of the guys are also playing Chrome Mox. I playtested the Chrome Mox and wasn't too satisfied with it. It wasn't bad, but for the game plan and the type of Goblin deck that I wanted to play, it wasn't what I was trying to do. Believe it or not, I feel it was a little too slow. A lot of the times I felt like you were all in first turn Instigator, Lightning Bolt, or Swords, or a blocker. Just felt like it set me back, especially since I had to get rid of a card. I always want to cast Lackey or Vial first, not really Instigator. I found out after playtesting a lot, like I don't mind casting Instigator second turn. I actually think it's better because chances are, if they have a creature, you're going to kill it and get in with the Lackey if you play them first. Another thing is, too, I don't mind them lightning bolting or swording my Lackey, because then you play Instigator and now they're forced to have another removal spell. And the thing about my deck that complements that, it's going to be 2 Gempalm Incinerators, 4 Tarfires, and 2 Pyrokinesis. That's right, 2 Pyrokinesis main deck. On deck, fucking shit up. Alright guys, so that's basically what I've changed in the deck. Also, I'm running 4 Piledrivers now, because I found that they are insane. Well, I always knew that they were insane, but obviously now with the metagame going towards true name Nemesis, big dick in town, Piledrivers are really good. Real good to get all up in them sugar walls. Anyways, let's get to the game here. So I got Goblin Lackey, Warren Instigator, Goblin Warchief, and he has 2 Tarmogoyfs that are 1/2s. Now I have, I believe in my hand right now, I have 2 Tarfires. And the problem is, obviously, you don't want to Tarfire any of the Tarmogoyfs, because then they will get +2/+2 because of Tribal and Instant. And that wouldn't do shit. So Lackey and Krenko hit the bin. Those Tarmogoyfs are a little bit bigger now. So at this point, the game plan is this. Card advantage. That's it. That's how we're going to win this game. It's just pure card advantage and developing a board that he cannot control. Things that we're worried about right now are Punishing Fire and Burn Willow. Those are the 2 cards that can really set us back big time. And now he's going to play a Bloodbraid Elf and and shit like that. But here's another thing about, I know that some players who play Jund versus Goblins, typically once they have like a Bloodbraid Elf, like this position right here, they got the 2 Tarmogoyfs, and now he's going to cast a Bloodbraid. And I'm going to ruin the spoiler for you guys. He gets a Deathrite Shaman. Usually, they won't attack now, but eventually you'll see I'll be forced to use the Tarfires. And you know those Tarmogoyfs grow. Most Jund players who would play against Goblins would attack with the Tarmogoyfs and leave up like the Bloodbraid Elf and the Deathrite Shaman, or possibly attack with 1 Tarmogoyf and leave the Bloodbraid Elf and the Deathrite Shaman up for blocks. But the problem is, my Goblin deck is a lot different. You know, with all the Pyrokinesis, the 4 Tarfires, and the Gempalms and Stingscourgers, I can easily get rid of those blockers. And with a Lackey, Warren Instigator, and God knows what I have in my hand, even Piledrivers, you have to watch it. You have to be careful, and he knows this. But the reason I'm saying this is because if you play other decks with this list, they're not going to see that shit coming. And a lot of times, I just, like, completely wipe the board with Pyrokinesis and just connect with a Warren Instigator, and it is good game. Fucking shit up. Alright. So, here he's going to attack with the Bloodbraid Elf. And I'm just going to Tarfire here, because I have to anyways. The Tarmogoyfs do grow to 5/6 because of tribal and instant, which is fine, because at this point I don't care how big the Tarmogoyfs get, because chances are he's not going to attack with them, because our board is pretty stacked and our hand is pretty stacked. And one Lackey trigger, one Warren Instigator trigger can just end the game. I mean, a good draw can end the game right now. So I'm just going to Tarfire Deathray Shaman here. He's going to respond to that. He's going to first start off with Punishing Fire. So he has the Punishing Fire. All he needs now is to burn Willow, and we will be in big trouble, man. Real big trouble. So now we got to pray that he doesn't draw that. So he's going to look through the graveyards here, see what kind of stuff can be removed. So decides he's going to remove a Tarfire, since there's two of them in there. Obviously there was one before the trigger, but you know, whatever, same shit. So now I draw, so now I have a Matron. Okay, so the Matron here, this is, playing Goblin Matron is really what makes or breaks you. Like, honestly, good Goblin players are really good with Matrons. I'm not going to say I'm like an amazing Matron playing Matrons. I typically like to use my Matrons as late as possible, because you use them to search your answers. So you never really want to, in my opinion, you never really want to use them early unless you know you can end the game when you're searching out a Piledriver or something like that. But I usually, they're like my brainstorms. I like to use them as late as possible in the game. So at this point, I know I have to get rid of this Tarmogoyf. So I grabbed a Gempalm Incinerator. My other option could have been Stingscourger, but he could have just replayed the Tarmogoyf, and we're trying to completely get rid of one of them. Because if he gets Burn Willows online, we're in real big trouble, man. He's going to go balls deep. Æther Vial, Lackey. So now, obviously, just trying to get that Gempalm Incinerator up by playing Goblins. I have a Piledriver in hand as well, counting here. I'm looking through the graveyard on the side, just making sure that that Gempalm can hit for 6. Also, we need to be careful that he might have a removal spell here and completely ruin our game plan. He does know we have Gempalm Incinerator, so he's, you know, he knows what's going on. So I have Ringleader, Piledriver, and Gempalm Incinerator in my hand. So he plays a Bob here, which I'm happy to see. I don't mind seeing a Bob. And he plays a land. Now he has no card, so I'm like, alright, cool, coast is clear. Goblin Piledriver. So now he has to block the Piledriver. Like, he has no choice. He's going to have to block that Piledriver. So a Lackey, so 2 Lackeys are going to connect for sure, because he will have to block the Piledriver and the Warren Instigator. And right now we play a Matron. I mean a Ringleader, which gets us some pretty good cards, man. As you can see, there are 2 Chieftains and a Matron. So we're going to Violin Chieftain. And as you can see, it is good game, my friend. Scoop City. Well, there you have it, guys. That is game number 1. We'll be back with game 2 and game 3.